Hi everyone, Artsy Puppet here. We're back today with another video for Bullet Journal September monthly setup. This month's theme is neon signs, and I also, or the real life version of me, got some new art supplies. What are you doing? Are you throwing those art supplies at me? No, no. And she got a Faber-Castell, which is now hidden behind me, and some new jelly roll pins that are metallic and micron. Hey, no, that's not how this works. And we we got some color erase Prisma color pens that are. Oh great, she's gonna drop this on me too. No. And yeah, those are all the art supplies the person I got ordered. And yeah. let's move on to this video because I'm trembling with fear. And I thank you so much for being patient with me, guys, on last week's mishap. And this week, the camera frame will be a little bit more narrow because I am using my phone until I find a suitable replacement. Oops. A suitable replacement for a camera. I'm looking around on eBay, Amazon, but hopefully soon we will have a new camera. Alrighty, so with that, let's get into this week's video. This is my thumbnail for the monthly art. And I just kind of wanted to do something like that reminded me of what you think of when you see neon signs, which for me, growing up, was going to Las Vegas and seeing all the classic neon signs are now at the Las Vegas Neon Museum. And so I was testing out like on the different paper too that I had, and it didn't work with the construction paper that I got for Crayola. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I wound up getting this really nice dark black paper that's called Tru-Ray, and it was really nice to work with. It's kind of like what you remember construction paper to be in the 90s, and you can also see like a difference in the color or the opacity, I should say. So when I was using the jelly roll pins, you could definitely tell a difference from my thumbnails to the cardstock I wound up drawing on. And so now, like, I'm just really happy that I was able to find something that not only, shows up better with the jelly roll pins and gives it like justice to what the effect I'm trying to do, but it also just looks so much prettier. You can admire the colors more, and you get more of the effect that I'm going for, which was the neon signs. But anyways, yeah. So we're just gonna take things slowly today, and I really I feel like I've improved on editing and stuff. As you can see, like it's not just like a complete like speed run. At this point, being a few videos in, and I've kind of like cut some things so that it's more entertaining for you guys, where you're just not like watching like this video that's been like fast forward, So yeah, and then I just had some difficulty like figuring out what exactly I wanted to do at some points too, because I wasn't sure like what to do for neon signs at some point. You do like the complicated neon signs of Las Vegas. Like I'm not that artistically talented, but maybe someday, like when I revisit this thing, because that would be really neat to do. But right now, at this point, I was just thinking like, what's something in my skill level that I can do? And so like for the other side of the page, because I thought it would be weird to leave journal blank, so I just thought, oh, I'll just do like a whole bunch, And this was after like scrolling Pinterest for about 20 minutes and seeing that like that was like what I found most aesthetically pleasing, seeing all those little like signs together. And when what really alluded to what really caught my eye on that style was when I was thinking about Tokyo. Like if you walk down like some of the little like alleyways or like all the the signs are. Not that I've ever been there, but I've watched enough YouTube videos. So you see, like, you know, that's what I find really cool when they're all like bunched together like that, and it's just so many things for your eyes to dance around on the page. Yeah. So that's what I was like trying to go for there, and so like I just realized that like right now as I'm watching this again, that like my little ghost, what I intended the arms to be, they look more like boobies. So, oh well. At least I spelled everything right. You know, it would have been like more embarrassing if I had noticed like, yeah, I didn't spell vacancy right. So like at some point that happened too when I was like writing out girls, like hashtag girls, and then like doing like the little lips and the lipstick too, because like I had originally just written girls, and then I was like that to me that just reads too much as like strip clubby, so I changed it to girls rule, just because like yeah I don't want to get demonetized, I don't want it to be flagged, so I just left it as that. But yeah, that was just like things like that I kind of just did on the fly, because even though I had done thumbnails for all the page designs, because you know this being jelly roll pins and on a cardstock, I really had to design the layout beforehand and practice it, because this isn't a very forgiving medium, and I wanted to make sure that everything came out, you know, as neat as possible to my capabilities. Not to say that there still weren't things that I wasn't truly happy with at the end result, but for what it is on my skill level and this being a new art medium, I'm quite proud of myself. So designing the thumbnails was actually really helpful. This is just like after me watching gel arts and drawing with waffles for a while. Like I see that their thumbnails really do give them some guidance, and I can understand that now a little bit more and appreciate it, because it's like when you're doing your essay and you have to do a rough draft, it's a lot easier to work off something and develop it if you've already practiced it a bit. So to me this was like helpful. It took me longer to create this video, but it was helpful because at the end of the day I was a lot happier with the layout design and how it looked than if I had just like freehanded it the whole time. At some point I did get really frustrated with the jelly roll pins, because I realized as I was practicing that the cardstock paper did not, well, it's still construction paper, but it feels more like cardstock, I guess, just because like how good quality the Hobby Lobby paper is, or Tru-Ray I should say. Anyways, but it didn't react the same to be drawn over when I had traced it over with pencil. So for example, like when I had done that on the Crayola construction paper, I had no issues like having the jelly roll pen go over the graphite from the pencil. But when I did it on this Tru-Ray paper, it really was difficult for me to get it to lay down properly and not streaky. So that was just like one of those things that I had to learn as I went. Yeah, so now we're just gonna watch me doodle outside of the frame, still out of frame. So this is just one of those things that happens when you're getting you're constantly having to switch your camera equipment, or filming equipment I should say, and I guess this is just like part of the learning curve that every new YouTuber goes through, where like you will have like mishaps happen with your equipment, and I really come to appreciate what some of the other YouTubers do, you know, because like sometimes I'm wondering like how did they get that like beautiful clarity, or what kind of camera are they using and stuff. And then I wonder, like, sometimes I wonder if it would be possible, like, hey, to go on Fiverr and be like, I will pay you X amount of money to find me a camera, and I will purchase it. And although a lot of like the YouTubers like Gel Arts tell you like this is what I use and stuff, I try and like go find that camera. I get a little like I guess discouraged, because I see like what the price is. Obviously, like good quality camera, it's gonna be like an investment in itself, but I guess it's just like a little frustrating, because I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't know how to use this, and there's no tutorial, and I guess like, you know, using my phone has allowed me to be more appreciative of the fact that it's gonna be a learning curve no matter what. So yeah, anyways, like you kind of saw me like flip back and forth between my other habits, just to like make sure I added in all the things I wanted, and then like I added way too many like lines on the side. But I guess I did. At the end of the day, I left it because I figured, you know what? If I have any other like things that I forgot to add in there that I wanted to include, then I have a space to put them back in there. But yeah. Anyways, like back to what I was saying about the camera. But I realize that any camera I get is gonna be a learning curve, and I just really appreciate you guys being so patient with me as like I go through like the growing pains of learning how to edit, film, and do the audio voiceovers and stuff like that, and how to just use camera equipment. And what I was trying to get at is this point of like saying when I find out like what other people use for filming equipment is that it's frustrating a little because there aren't many tutorials on how to use camcorders versus cameras. And this is because like I'd rather just do a camcorder, you know, after research and talking to other individuals that use filming equipment, that camcorders are have a shorter learning curve and their system doesn't update as often. So camera equipment, you have to constantly like update your system and you have to update the camera itself. Otherwise, when you're trying to film, it won't come out the same as clear as it had before or previously. So that is just like one of those things. And then like with the SLRs, like you constantly have to make sure you're in focus and that you're properly focusing your camera in the shot. So that's just one of those little like pitfalls. And so for me, like it's just like kind of frustrating because I'm like, well, do I go with the one that like people are saying like, well, you know, it does well, like, you know, I'm getting a 4K shot, you can film outside and all this stuff, and it has a tutorial, you know, and it has a higher learning curve, or do I go with a camcorder that has a lower learning curve, but you know, you're gonna sacrifice some of the things that the DSLR gives you. So I don't know. It's just like one of those things that I'm deciding because you know, after some research like on eBay and oh lord, Amazon, it's just one of those things that like I'm kind of deciding because like cameras that like that I've looked at are between $200 and $500. So gonna really have to think about it, but I think that'll be an investment like way down the road when I at least like hit maybe 1,000 subscribers, which would be like a huge milestone, and I would definitely share it with you guys because I would be like so surprised if 1,000 people just like wanted to see what I'm creating out here. You know, when there's the market's like so saturated and it feels like you're like, how am I gonna stand out? But anyways, so I'm just about done like creating this layout, and I don't know, I wanted to do like one little last thing here to create some visual aspect for my layout and just make it look more interesting, because this is going to be where like I put my task in for my personal and business. And as far as like my school stuff goes, because I go back to school next Tuesday, I'm keeping like a whole separate planner because I have previously tried to keep it all together, and I find that doesn't work for me. Mostly just because creating the layouts for me, you know, we're trying to keep like the school stuff that I need to keep track of in my layout, incorporating it. It takes all the fun of creating my layout, and it takes too long. And so yeah, so we're just gonna do the final flip through. And so I really hope that you guys really enjoyed, you know, sitting with me and listening to my random ramblings. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer me to like actually comment about the layout design as I'm doing it, or if you'd rather just have like a casual conversation like I am now. But yeah, I really hope you guys like the neon sign. If you guys choose to recreate this on your own, please let me know in the comments below, or tag me on Instagram or Twitter, like hashtag RCPlanner at RCPlanner. And you know, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get updated for every video I post. And yeah, because it really helps me, especially the comments. And plus, I really want to engage with you guys and, you know, let you know that I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving me so far. And it's really just nice to get to know you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.